All right, shalom to the nation of Israel. Yahawah Atha. This is Officer Hamar
Captain Zakar.
of LG Augusta, Georgia, the Light of Zion, Elder Priest Kahan, and Minister Shalom of the Light of Zion.
Khan.
So, today we're going to be talking about, something interesting. We all know about, because it's nothing new. It's nothing new. We all knew about it. It's been going on for the longest, right? About that situation that happened, with the shooter situation.
In Buffalo.
Right. I don't want to. I be trying to not use language, so they'll find Esau will find a reason to take any YouTube channel down.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, right? But we're just gonna talk about that situation, get in that situation a little, and show you how Esau is a devil the Bible speaks of.
Bring it out.
Honestly, right? It was always in their heart since the beginning, right? But without further ado, we're gonna start with the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17.
Khan. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Atha Yahawashi, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
Right. So everything we're doing in word or deed, in our actions, we give praise to the Most High. We'll do it through Hamashiach Yahawashi. You cannot leave Yahawashi out of this, right? I'm pretty sure everybody understands this, right? But that true name is Yahawashi. Right. So we do it all by Hashem Hamashiach Yahawashi. And today, Yahawashi is who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. This is true name, Yahawashi. Right. So everything we do in word or deed, when we giving thanks to the Most High, Yahawashi is that door to the Most High, right? Yahawashi is that door. There's no other way around it. So you have to go through Yahawashi to get to the Most High.
That's right.
Right? So everything we do in word or deed, that's the route we take. Through Yahawashi to the Most High. Every time. Through Yahawashi to the Most High. Right? So without further ado, let's start off with the article. Let's start off, seeing what they had to say about it, right? But let me share the screen. All right.
All right, should be good now.
Should be calm.
Let me check real fast as well.
Oh, Con, it's up.
It's up.
Con. So, you want to start from it?
Yeah, Con. It says FBI interviews parents of alleged Buffalo supermarket shooter, Peyton Gendron.
Right. So that's that shooter name right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
To what he did in the Buffalo supermarket. But let's read about it a little. Let's see what this article had to say.
It's
just tripping and this is lagging.
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit, but it's good. It says the FBI is interviewing the parents of Peyton Gendron, the white supremacist teen who massacred 10 people at a Buffalo supermarket Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Law enforcement sources told the Post.
Right, so they're going to interview the parents. Right, they're going to talk to the parents also, see what they had to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this teen, massacred 10 people. Right, took 10 people's lives. Right, but read.
It says Paul and Pamela Gendron, both civil engineers with the State Department of Transportation, are cooperating with investigators. Sources added to Associated Press.
All right, let me see. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you could read.
Yeah, the couple's 18-year-old son allegedly traveled about, and look how it says allegedly.
Right.
As if he didn't do it.
Right.
Allegedly traveled about 200 miles from the family's home in Conklin.
Yeah, you gotta catch Esau's, their slickness. Esau really think they slick, right?
He allegedly did it.
They know he did it, right? But he allegedly did it. Right? I think they say he did it, right? But they know he did it, right? So this man is 18 years old, right? He traveled about 200 miles, right? I want to search it up. How much? 200 miles, right? Well, you say it's like a couple hours, depending on how fast you're driving.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Maybe like 2-3 hours.
Right. So it says 200 miles depends how fast you are going. If you're traveling 45, it takes 4 hours. If you're traveling 60, 3 hours and 20 minutes is how long it takes to drive 2 miles at speed of 60.
So to go murder a few people who are, of course, are a whole nother nationality than himself,
Mm-hmm.
or ethnicity than himself, he went about 3 hours away
Right.
to go take the lives of people who are not like him or that are not him, his own people.
Right. That's
Purposely.
basically what let me get Psalms 94. Right.
Mhm.
That's the whole book. That's that whole chapter I want to read too. Right. Because that's exactly what he did. Right. He knew what he was doing. Right. But actually, no. Let me start off with Micah chapter 2. Micah chapter 2 verse 1.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to them that devise iniquity
Mm-hmm.
and work evil upon their beds.
Right. So they working evil upon their bed.
Mhm.
Right. They're type to wake up in the morning, sit in their bed, and start plotting on how to kill somebody.
Yep.
Right. Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Right. So once the morning hit, they're ready to go out and attack.
It's
Right.
like,
They start plotting it while they're in their bed. Right.
Mhm.
They wait till that morning hit. They wait till that day comes to start attacking. Right. This Most High said, "Woe unto them."
destruction.
Destruction is coming to them. Right. But you have something to say?
It's like not only that. Let's just read that again.
Mm-hmm.
Destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power. My bad. Because it's in the power of their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, they know that they can do it.
They know
So they do it. This man, you read on in the article, it talks about body armor. Where do you get body armor from? This is an Edomite.
Bring that out. Right.
These Edomites-
That's something he had to plan too. Obviously.
All the way through, taking the lives of our people. I believe it was the assault rifle that he had as well.
Mhm.
Had a byword on it. That's usually used for the Southern Kingdom. That's why they call him a white supremacist. Like the fact that they were truthful on that and putting that in there, that's a lot. That's a milestone for Esau.
Right.
Because they were just saying, he's just misguided or he has issues. So all that he was doing that day is just everybody should just wink at it. Nah. The Most High is revealing who that man of perdition is. And we should already know. Everybody should already know who that man is. It's Esau. But of course, the Most High has a lot of people blinded in these last days.
Right.
When you look at the mass murder that has been upon our people, and even different peoples out there, from Esau, being I don't want to say S-word shooter, but using violence. That's all they do. That's all they know is violence.
Hey, that's how they have most of the things they have today. That's how they got it. Violence. Right. I think it will talk about it in the next verse. Verse 2.
Verse 2. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Right. So that's an example right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They want something. They want field, for example.
Mm-hmm.
What they're gonna do? They're gonna take it by violence.
That's right.
Right. They know that you own a property. They will kill you for that property.
Yep.
That's how Esau is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Killing is in their DNA. Right. That's what they do.
It's like you thinking about the Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the devil kills, steals, and destroys.
Mm-hmm.
Who on the earth
matches
that description so heavily? Who
Bring
matches that description so heavily?
Bring that out.
When you look at the Native Americans,
Mm-hmm.
the Northern Kingdom, and what they've done to them,
Mm-hmm.
they stole the land by doing what? They literally killed them. They raped them. They made sure that these people were a no people. They almost, I won't say extinct, but they cut them down to size from their population.
Right.
When you look at what Esau has been doing and just propagating upon this earth, it's always been violence.
Right.
If you don't do what I want you to do, guess what? I'm going to put you in slavery. Or I'm going to take a lot of things away from you, right? I'm going to make sure I divide your households.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they do. They steal, kill, and destroy. They destroy the mindset of people.
Right.
They get our people. The state that they're in is not from ourselves like that. Of course, we know that we went away from the Most High by going off into sin. But when you look at the fact that the Most High put them over us, you see how the Most High allowed them to do a lot of things to us.
Exactly.
And what was a heavy thing? They scrambled our brains. They scrambled our brains from saying, you know what? I'm a man. This is a beautiful woman. I want to be with her. We don't do that anymore. A man will sleep with a woman and leave her.
Right.
Or a woman will get with a man. They have children. She just may leave the household. Or it's something even more perverse, like a woman and a woman and a man on a man. These things are not of the Most High, the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Never has been. And guess who pushes those things? Esau.
Right. And it had to be something in him that was like, okay, I just have to do this, right? Because for you to plan something, it had to be in your heart to really want to do it, right?
Exactly.
He really traveled a couple hours to kill people. Think about it. He traveled a couple hours to kill people, right? That's Esau for you, right? And it's been, look, I'm gonna show you in the scriptures, right? Throughout the whole scriptures, how Esau always been like this, right? You had a precept you was gonna pull?
Ezekiel 35:5.
Con.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5.
Mhm.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel
This man put out the most perfect scripture. Go ahead, huh?
by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity,
Mhm.
in the time that their calamity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Most High, Yahawah, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. When you look at Esau, what do they always want to do? They want to continuously kill the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American men, women, and children. That's just how they feel. That hatred is in them since the very beginning, like he said he's going to go into.
Mhm.
When you look at how they move, they clearly don't love us. They hate us. And what do our people continuously want to do? Join hands with them. In the scripture. Let me get that scripture as well. But it's like, you go ahead and say it to them.
Right. No, I definitely agree. Right. And the Most High is going to pay them back for what they're doing to us, to our people. Right. And a lot of people are not seeing the picture. A lot of our people are still not seeing it.
That's right.
Right. And we still not seeing it. Right. Because the Most High close your eyes. Right. That's why we pray for our people, for them to see what's going on.
That's right.
Right. All this is written in the scriptures. Right. You just have to open the book. Right.
Read it out.
Read.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Though hand join in hand, because what do white people love to do? They love to sing. What's the word? I don't want to say "kumar" because that's not what it is. They want to say, we're all the same. We all bleed red. Where does that ideology even come from? That comes from Esau.
Hey, we all bleed.
We're human. We're all human. We've all made mistakes. The whole entire people raped, robbed, and murdered your people, and they're still living rich and benefiting off of the backs of our ancestors. And you're telling me that there's not a problem with that?
And you telling me you don't even care about what happened in the past? Right? That's what they say too. Right? They don't see the problem. Not only that, they don't care about the past or everything that happened.
That's
right. That was my ancestors. That wasn't me.
That's the indoctrination of Esau.
Right. That's what they taught you. Right? But
it says, though a hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So no matter what any of our people want to do, you can be married to an Edomite. You can be married to any of these other nations. And guess what? The Most High has a judgment for them. It's that simple. There's nothing that you can do to thwart their judgment, right? Because the Most High has that specific number. It's almost there. We're almost at, we're at the ticking time right now. We're almost at the end, like the very, very end, right? Anybody in their spirit should be able to feel that by now. The Most High is really showing these signs and wonders. If you looked at the moon, I believe it was last night. It was a blood moon, red moon. The Most High said he's going to show signs in the sun and in the heavens. All these things are happening because the Most High is literally showing us that it's almost that time, and we need to really repent, come back to him.
Right.
And when you try to still be with Esau, and you're saying, well, there's no way that anybody can have so much hatred in their heart for what somebody did in the past. Really? So why do they have so much hate in their heart then in the first place? It goes back to Genesis 25.
It's in their DNA.
It's in their DNA. They're just like that.
They're just like that.
Because of something that happened in the past. But because our people are uneducated, they don't know about, the history concerning Jacob and Esau. They don't even care about them being the Israelites. The ox knows its owner. And the donkey is master's but Israel doesn't even consider. When you look at the scriptures and really, you read and you take it all in through the spirit, you'll realize that, well, our people are really destroyed. And they're far from the Most High right now. So for them to even have that mindset, that's showing that our people are really that much destroyed. We're destroyed that much to say, well, it doesn't matter because it's in the past.
Right.
But go ahead, Salaki.
This has been being passed on ever since.
Ever since.
And we still don't see the problem. Right. But whenever you're ready, you could read the article.
Oh, Salaki.
We in the second paragraph, guys, by the way.
Let me finish this Bible shot. Salaki.
Oh, Salaki.
Proverbs 10 and 21 from the top again. Though a hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So you being an Israelite, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you being away from Esau and your enemies, you can be delivered, right? Most how willing we do be delivered, because we know for a fact we don't listen. We're not buddy with Esau, right? They're not our friends. We know that they're not our friends. They do not love us. These people use us for their own personal gain. And what's a prime example of that? Slavery. Prime example of that is slavery. For their own personal gain, they got trillions of dollars.
Right.
We have not received anything from them since. Still, we were promised it was like 4 acres and a mule. Never got that. Instead, what did we get? Jobs, where you're still in bondage, slavery. Ooh, they took off the of course the iron, etc. But you're still in slavery mentally.
Right. You don't physically see that yoke of iron, but
it's definitely on you.
It's definitely on you still.
Con.
Right.
Looks like you said the couples, that one.
Yeah, that's where we left off. I'm just saying it for the people that just tuned in.
Con.
You know, we over here in that second paragraph.
So it says the couple's 18-year-old son allegedly, like I said once again, they're using these words sly because he definitely didn't. But son allegedly traveled about 200 miles from the family's home in Conklin, New York, to the Buffalo Tops Friendly Market, where he launched the slaughter. Paying specifically
that word slaughter, bro.
Exactly.
Esau, right? Yeah. The word slaughter.
Yeah, that's the
right. Where he launched the slaughter.
Let me get that.
Con, get that out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Con, prepare slaughter for his children.
Who do what?
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Right. Prepare slaughter for his children. Read.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquities of their fathers. All right. Prepare slaughter for their children. For the iniquity of their fathers.
They're slaughtering our boys and girls right now, as we can see. This is why the Most High has such a big judgment on Esau.
Right.
Because he's slaughtering our people right now. He's still slaughtering our people right now.
And guess what? They're going to have a son with the same mindset. And another son with the same mindset. And another son.
It continues.
Continually. Right? Look how long it's been. And look how we still suffering today.
Bring it out.
Right? Explain that. At this point, I need an explanation. Right? It's about time we open our eyes and wake up.
Calm.
You know, it's like one of our ancestors trying to hold hands with their slave master. Right? Because they said they're gonna give them a piece of 2 scoops of rice instead of 1.
And he got the whole entire barrel of rice.
Right.
Man got the whole entire pot.
That's basically how it is. Right. But you don't see it in that way. Right? You look at it in the perspective of, oh, I get 2 scoops bet. But you don't know that he has a like, come on, man.
He has a plethora.
A plethora. Right. He got a lot. Right. He got everything. You know, that's how it is today. Right. They're on top of us. We're in the bottom. Right. In the bottom pitch right now. This is our hell that we are in.
Bring it out.
Right. We are in hell right now. Suffering. Right. Every time I hear of a shooting, I don't ever think, oh man, Esau done shot up Esau. I always think of, Esau shot one of our people. Right. That's a mindset I know everybody has today. Honestly,
you can just tell.
They're talking about it at work, but they have no idea what's going on. They're like, dang, but they'll look at it like this individual guy is evil. No, it's all of them.
Bring it out.
Right. What was that thing you said about the snake? You know what I'm talking about? You said something about, I think somebody said it, you know, just because trusting a snake, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's in the scriptures though.
Right. That's Ecclesiasticus.
I believe it's 21 and 2.
Oh, 21 and 2. Come on, get that.
Let me get that real fast. Oh no, this might be 22. No, it's 21 Slaki. What's it 20? Oh yeah, it is 21 Slaki. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. You talking about that one?
Right. No, I was talking about that one. But I was talking about, somebody said that having a lot of snakes, right?
Oh, you talking about Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali said that. That's who said it. I'm thinking of somebody else.
You good? So, you know, roughly paraphrasing, Muhammad Ali gave an analogy to, I believe it was a British, an Edomite British interviewer, right? And he was talking about, you know, say there was a whole bunch of snakes, about 20,000 snakes, right? And you know, about at least 5,000, 4,000 other snakes that want to be my friend, they didn't want to be my enemies. Do you expect me to accept these, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 snakes, and I don't even know exactly which one's different from the other, to just protect me from all the 20,000 coming after me? No, all of them, they still have that The majority of them are like that. And even then today, we know that they're all like that. They hide it very well. But Esau is like a snake. Because one moment they look like they're cool with you, they're buddy, but hey pal, how you doing? And guess what? They got a whole entire basement dedicated to killing your people.
Right.
That's how they feel about you. They do not care about you. The sooner our people realize that, both our men and women, of course, the sooner we'll wake up to who we are and actually appreciate our own people. Because we're the ones that we're supposed to be with. Not every other nation under the heaven. We got to come together, right? As, of course, the children of Israel. We come back together, knowing who we are, knowing that the Most High is for us, knowing that the Most High loves us, and it literally showed us in the law, statutes, and commandments that we have to do what? Love one another. You won't even be looking at Esau to be, people to try to save us or help us, because they're not even here to save us or help us.
Right. That's why, even in the scriptures, Most High said, look, you keeping his commandments, he'll protect you.
That's right.
Like, he'll protect you from these wicked, I don't want to use a word, but these wicked bums. I'm going to say bums, right? These wicked bums, right? And that's why going into that snake thing example you just gave, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, right? It says, never trust thine enemy.
That's right.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Right? Because they've been wicked for the longest, and it's always going to be like this, right? The Most High created them to be the way they are. Right? You had a precept?
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Right. These people were not created to save us. These people were not created to love on us. These people were not created to help us. These people were not created to do anything positive at all. They were created to be what? This wicked. War. To be wicked. They're the border of wickedness according to the scriptures for a reason. And when you look at articles like this, something that I was talking to talk about earlier, that people don't really catch that often. They'll say something like, when it comes to our people and we do something wrong, and he's 18 years old, right? They'll say the 18-year-old black male did such and such. But as soon as the so-called white teenager, whether it be a male or female, the 18-year-old teenager, the 18-year-old teenager did this. They don't say that they're a man or a woman, or they don't even try them as a full adult. They try them as if they're a sick young child who needs help. Whereas our people were automatically just thrown under the jail system, and if not that, put to death. That's just how they feel about us. They do not care about us. Articles like this, it boils my blood.
Right, you're gonna see it further down too. Right, but
I know where we at. It says Payton specifically researched neighborhoods demographics to target a predominantly black community.
They do what?
He literally targeted a predominantly black
community, right? That hatred, right? He wanted to slaughter the black community, right? That's what he wanted to do. You get Genesis 27 now. How they hated us since the jump. Right? Genesis 27. It's always been in their DNA to hate us, right? It was created to be evil, like Ox said, right? Marie? Oh, I think it's you could start at 37 for context.
37. I was about to start at 37. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Adawan, meaning thy Lord, the ruler over you, right? And all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? So go ahead, Slack.
No, you can go on.
I mean, he's literally showing Esau right now that his blessing is not going to be like Jacob's.
Right.
Jacob is going to be the one who's going to be catered to. He's going to be the one that everyone's going to look up to. He's going to be the one that's going to be the hegemony of the earth.
Right. Jacob's one with the blessings. Right.
He's the one with the positive blessings. Right. All the good things that's gonna happen after, of course, Esau's time. Right. So verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
This man is like, man, is there any blessings for me? Just one?
Man crying like, something at all, please. That's how he feels.
Right. He felt hurt off of that. Right.
Says, bless me, even me also, O my father.
Right. And so now he asked for his father to bless him, because the father we got the blessing.
That's right.
We're like, nah, man, I need a blessing too. Please bless me, any type of blessing, just bless me, right? Marie.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
In what?
and wept.
He was a crybaby. Esau the crybaby. Read.
Funny guy. Verse 39.
Mhm.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth,
Mhm.
and of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live.
Right. So, bam, that's the point right there, right? By the sword thou shalt live.
Mhm.
Right. They're weapons. Right. They known for guns.
Mhm.
Right. Tanks and etc. That's what they do. Right. They like to slaughter. They like to kill. That's in them.
Mhm.
Right. They would live by that sword. Right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So when you think about the Dark Ages, what happened? Right? We were ruling. And then when the Renaissance came, they started rising into power, and they broke that yoke off their neck.
Right. There was during the Renaissance, man. There was just
Painting everything.
literally, and they were literally painting everything,
Rebranding.
getting in our head.
Calm.
Right.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith.
Wait, what?
And Esau hated Jacob.
Esau hated Jacob. Right. So Esau, you know who they are,
Mm-hmm.
hated Jacob, us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Why?
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Right. Because we have the blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because Isaac blessed us. So Esau hated Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Right. So now he plotted to kill Jacob.
That's right.
Right. It's always been like this. Right. You know, he waited and plotted. He was plotting to kill Jacob. This man right here, what's his name? Peyton. Peyton was planning and plotting to kill these people.
Mhm.
That's what he did. Right. Just like Esau.
I mean, when you
just like the Esau he is, right?
So like my bad. When you think about the fact that, you know, Esau was plotting to kill Jacob, did he ever go through with it, or was he ever able to go through with it?
Right.
The actual man Esau, La'a. This is of course talking about, you know, when you look at it in a spiritual aspect, generational curses, or not generational curses, but generational hatred, because his seed line after him still had what? That hatred in their heart,
right?
And it proves, it's shown right now. It's shown in today's time how Esau really does hate us with perpetual hatred, like the scripture said that they would.
Right.
Him plotting to literally kill so-called blacks in a predominantly black neighborhood shows that they really do hate us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's lock in.
Come on, let's get Psalms 94 now. Right. Actually, you could. Yeah, we're gonna read Psalms 94 because we're gonna definitely hit on that. But you could read whenever if you want.
Sorry, verse 1.
No, I'm talking about the article. I don't remember what you're talking. I want to get through this article.
So it was like up a little bit at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So it says Terry Place, who lives a few doors down from the Gendrons in Conklin, said his family had occasional typical neighborly interactions with the shooter's parents. Wow. And only really remembered Peyton as their old paper boy. We spoke to her a couple times here and there. It's like Terry Place said of Pamela Gendron, who was known to take morning walks along the quiet street in recent years.
Of course, just weird. Right.
He going
it's like, look, sometimes, like, you know, it could be the person, it would be somebody you would never expect.
No, I think that's talking about his mom right there, Pamela Gendron.
Right, but I'm saying, like, in general, with Esau, you would it'll sometimes be somebody you could never expect. Right? I remember when I was in school, I was in high school before, and there was like a new student in class, and he basically came in. I ain't gonna lie, I had my eyes on him. Right? Like, I'm just saying, I had my eyes on him. Right? This man goes in his backpack and start reaching for a pencil. I'm just looking at him like I'm ready to take off. Right? Yeah, definitely. Right? Because he's a new student. He was quiet. I'm like, bro, there's something odd about this man. Right? It's like those are the type you would never expect to actually do something like that.
It's the ones that get picked on too, though. That's the ones that really be it. Because you know how Jake is. Jake.
It'd be the ones. It'd be your neighbor that just says hi to you every morning. That walk by, hey, hello. It'd be those type. Right? It's just Esau, like I'm saying, it's in their heart. You would never know.
That's right.
Right? It's in all of them, matter of fact. Bump that. Right? But you could read out.
Kind of says a preliminary Investigation found that Peyton Gendron had repeatedly visited sites espousing white supremacist ideologies and race-based conspiracy theories, and extensively researched the 2019 mosque shootings in Christchurch, New Zealand.
So he repeatedly researched that, right? The shootings into Christchurch. So that's something he enjoyed seeing, apparently. Right? That's something he enjoyed seeing. That's something that was in his heart for the longest. That's saying he was plotting for the longest. Right? Since 2019. Right? You know, things back in 2019, he's researching things back years ago. Right? Leading up to this day. Right? So that's something, that's that perpetual hatred you were talking about that they have. Right? You could read you could just finish that and we could get Psalms 94.
It says, and the man who killed dozens of people at a summer camp in Norway in 2011, the authorities have said.
How much longer you say this have?
He's got some weird pictures. Oh, there you go, right there. Look at him. Just look at him, y'all. Hopefully they don't take our video down for showing him. But look at him. Does he really look like somebody that's strong enough to just take over, or just take our people by force without a gun?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Esau is ugly.
They need some type of weapon.
Right? They need it.
They need that sword, man. Let me see the weird stuff that Esau has on here. I think that's it for the article.
Yeah, that's it. You could just get off of this.
God.
How long will you say that 10% will hit?
It's lagging a little bit. We'll go ahead, Slack.
Oh, is it done, sir?
Con.
You could read that Psalm 24.
Con. Sorry, that verse.
94 and 1.
Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 1. O Yahawah, my power, to whom vengeance belongeth.
Right. Read.
O Yahawah, to whom vengeance belongeth. Shew thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth.
Right. So the Most High is one that judge the earth. The Most High will judge them for what they did to us. The Most High will bring vengeance to them. Right? Read.
That's right.
Hold on. Let me see. I don't want it to die.
God, it is getting low.
I can't see the percentage. Oh, yes, I can.
You gotta wait. Don't click it again yet.
All right, go ahead. Wait, what?
6%. It went from 10 to 6. We gotta.
Go ahead.
It says, lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Yahawah, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves.
Right, that's what they do. They boast about it. Right, I'm pretty sure there's more out there that's boasting about it. Right, they probably deep inside, they probably happy of what just happened. Right, but
they break in pieces thy people, O Yahawah.
Right, they breaking us in pieces. Right, 10 of our people probably just got shot just now. Right, they just got shot. Right, but
O Yahawah, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless.
Right, that's what they do. They murder. Right, but
yet they say, the Most High shall not see.
Right, they don't think the Most High looking at them. They don't know that they're like, man, the Most High ain't gonna do nothing. They don't believe that the Most High will do something. They don't believe that the Most High is watching them. But
neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. It says, understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise?
Right.
He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? Meaning the Most High hears and sees everything on this earth.
Everything.
There was nothing that the Most High is not paying attention to. Right? It says, he that chastises the heathen shall not be let me read that from the top. He that chastises the heathen, shall not he correct? Right. He that teaches man knowledge, shall not he know? The Most High knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity.
They what?
They are vanity.
That's why the Most High said to not hold hands with them, right? But hit 13. I like that point.
Going on to verse 13. That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked.
Actually, go up one. I was
about to say, you got to get the context. 12.
Go up one.
Verse 12, it says, blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Yahawah, and teachest him out of thy law.
Right. So, blessed, teaching out of the law. Right. Those are the ones that's blessed, right, of our people.
That's right.
Right. But read the next one.
Verse 13, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity.
From what?
From the days of adversity.
The Most High will give them rest. The Most High will protect them. Right. That's keeping the law. Right. Just like Jacob was protected.
That's right.
right, from Esau. But we,
Until the pit be digged for the wicked.
right, till that pit, till that revenge come on the wicked, right? But Khan, that's pretty much it. I don't want the laptop to die, so. But Khan, so with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. You know, I don't think there's no news. Probably Pentecost coming up June 5th. But with that being said, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahawashi. Bahasham Hamashiach Yahawashi. Till next time, Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel.